Welcome to the Unseen Tours tour of London Bridge. We're pleased that you could come along and hope that you enjoy the tour. My name is David and I will be your guide this evening. Now, there are many reasons why people are homeless. Popular ones are someone falling out with somebody they live with and not given enough time to find somewhere to live, children running away from home, when people lose their jobs, and also when the parents pass away and the children aren't allowed to hold on to the home. Now, homelessness can happen to anybody. It's just an unfortunate chain of events. One of our guides, Mike, who used to run our Camden tour, he was in senior management. He didn't think he'd find himself homeless, but he was on the streets for a year or more. Back in 2003, I was living in a house with 3 other people, and our landlord and landlady wanted us out by the end of the year. Whilst I was in hospital, my new landlady terminated my tenancy. I was in the hospital for 6 weeks. I was then moved into a homeless hostel for a further 6 weeks before being given a 1-bedroom flat that I've now had for 15 years. But during the time that I was in my friend's room for 2 weeks, I was in the hospital for 6 weeks, and I was in the homeless hostel for 6 weeks, I was homeless. None of these places were my home. I believe it's being counted as being vulnerably housed, whereas living on the streets is called rough sleeping. Our guides, Mike, Pete, Henry, Viv, they've all been rough sleepers out on the streets. Possibly they don't understand that it's not just on the streets. Like me, I have lived indoors, but the place hasn't belonged to me. A lot of people probably only think that homelessness is rough sleeping, but being vulnerably housed is also homeless. When the place doesn't belong to you and someone else is in charge of when you leave.
Ci sono tantissime opzioni per fare visite guidate a piedi di Londra, però Unseen Tours è un prodotto tutto particolare, perché non solo ti permette di conoscere alcune aree di Londra molto popolari, ma anche ti permette di entrare in contatto con delle esperienze di vita di persone con cui magari non interagiamo molto spesso durante la nostra quotidianità. Ci piace pensare che gli obiettivi di Unseen Tours siano sostanzialmente 3. Innanzitutto vogliamo sostenere le nostre guide dal punto di vista economico. Il secondo obiettivo è quello di anche fornire un nuovo ruolo, una nuova, visione di se stessi a persone che hanno avuto questa esperienza di emarginazione sociale, per farli sentire come dei membri della società che possono contribuire positivamente. E il terzo obiettivo è anche quello di fare sì che chi viene su questi tour veda, messa in discussione la sua visione stereotipata di cosa vuol dire essere senza tetto.
Back 10 or 20 years ago, homelessness was seen as the scourge of society, and oh, you'll never find me being homeless, I'm not going to lose my job. But these days, because of how big the poverty gap has got, and places only get more expensive, and a vicious circle. You need a house to get a job, you need a job to get a house. Well, that people are listening to what I'm saying and that they're interested in what I'm saying, and that I believe I'm doing a good job. I'm thinking about doing some more training. I've already got an English qualification. I'm thinking about getting a maths qualification and then doing a tour guiding course. After that, I think about learning a language or